in Nana or Diggity make it into the Indy Roval race?
You, Hunting, and Cola were the only three.
All right. Oh yeah.
All right. Let me make sure.
We should get the three of us into a lobby this week.
Cole will probably be down. He wasn't around last round. I don't know where the fuck he was at.
He said he went to bed early. I talked to him today a little bit. I was like, it's really weird. I haven't talked to you at least on a daily, even if it's in a chat party or, you know, just texting. But he's been going to bed early and waking up early, and he said he's been going to the gym and stuff. He said he's going to lose some weight. I don't know why, but so he's been working out and stuff a little bit later. That's why he hasn't been going. Just relaxing. Fucking laptop plugged in. I don't like using the phone all the time. Road courses are so hard to broadcast on because, you know, the leader pulls away and everybody separates, and then when they separate, it's just...
What are we going here? Oh, we got a full field.
Holy shit. Everyone is here. Good, dude. I'm surprised this many people showed up. I love it.
For a run course, too.
I see was getting frustrated early.
Oh shit, I about kicked off in the street. What was I? Oh yeah. These Alright, I'm gonna mute you up qualifying. I'm gonna start the timer here as soon as I get done with that. Full fucking field at Watkins Glen, last race before playoffs. I don't know what it is about these truck races, but fuck, man. They get people sell that biggest fucking field at the end of the season that I've ever seen in Diggy. I'm full sending it.
Oh yeah. Just nail the gas all the way through. Do it. What's the rule? Gotta have two wheels on the pavement?
Oh, shit. Hey, D. I don't know. Alright, we're just now started qualifying. Putin's already got the YouTube up. He can broadcast this one. You just broadcast the second one.
Have a good day. Stay sharp. Drive
Unless you want to broadcast the first one. Come on. I didn't know if you were considering that or putting off the help out.
all around.
Very clean. Oh yeah, that would be great.
Hi, Dean. Who's John Cole? Who's Zach Thompson?
Careful, still there. All right, I need 2 more good laps from you.
NASCAR 88 put up on his Facebook, we got a new shirt. It says, your daughter does anal. Yeah, I don't know these people who see me from the class. I mean, it, people, friends that I recognize. It's friends. Beautiful people that you have to be with.
When brothers are rare, Facebook is weak. You're a mutual friend. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, Mason, you are just not doing this stuff.
Still there.
There's a lot of friends with Paul Bear, Billy Holcomb, Robert
Still
Brennan,
there.
Todd.
That means they're probably in development.
Yeah.
Coming to the
This
line.
guy's pushing a grocery cart across the red light, and he gets the
Still there.
traffic camera to take a picture of him running a red light, pushing a grocery cart.
Nobody out back.
I wonder who they mail that to.
Great teamwork. Nice job. Checker flag's yours.
Yeah, we've been at 595 subscribers for like months now.
It feels like.
I sent you guys pictures of that guy that when I had my team raced for me, that kid. He said he subscribed the other night. So he might be the other one. He saw the video too in my interview. He's like, where in the fuck did your hair come from? Because I always used to keep it like a high and tight.
Alright, Puddin', you got invites right?
I think I got one from Sal, so.
Okay, I'll get you one, I'll get you another one. V, I think that's something you talked with.
Are you alright with me doing this, V? Like I said, I'm not trying to step on y'all's dick. You just didn't know.
The only thing, the only thing that we need you to do for sure is at the beginning of the broadcast, mention that it's Mopow Monday. I can play my clips as usual.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the thing.
I got you.
Oh, of course.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah, don't fuck up Mopower Monday. Don't fuck up Mopower Monday. Don't.
I'm actually in a good mood tonight, so this is going to be a little more lively broadcast than the last few we've had. Like the last few weeks, me and fucking D just sounded fucking dead on there.
Well, last week, and runaway week, we had one last week was
Alright guys, we're gonna go at 7:16.
Alright, you just want to sit it down then?
No. I will have you start.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just fucking pissed.
I'll have you start it when I start the timer. Big ass fucking food.
I was telling him, D2, I was helping some of the custom guys out, and when I did it, I inadvertently put myself on the all-time in the custom truck at the Glen.
I'm sorry, but I wasn't paying attention at all. What did you say, bud?
Oh, I said I was helping some of the custom guys practice earlier, like showing them my line or breaking points and stuff, and I inadvertently accidentally put myself on the all-time.
Damn!
Sal, can you get me one extra invite just in case, please?
Sure.
Please.
Rain, the Glen on two wheels, the Glen in the cup.
You're fucking tweaking.
Did you ever watch that video?
No, not yet. I meant to today, of all things. So inadvertently, while I was pooping, I was like, oh, I gotta watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, I swear to God.
Yeah, like I want to watch the revenge videos.
He replied back. I commented on it, and he replied back. But it's like he didn't even read, like, what he replied with didn't match at all what I said. I said...
Probably because he was doped up.
Exactly. That brings me to my next comment. I said, so are you just stupid or you've been awake too long? Like...
Alright, Puddin', whenever you're ready, go ahead and start.
5, 4, 3, 2... Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the beginning of the week. It's Monday. You know what that means. It's Mopower Monday.
Mopow, better.
Alright.
D. Smith, myself, Puddin' Knievel, you know who this is, and the most professional guy in Giggity Broadcast Booth, NRG. What's up, guys? We're at the Glen tonight. 11 turns of hecticness.
Big field, 15 drivers out there. Probably one of the biggest fields I've seen at the end of a Giggity season. So glad to see everyone coming out tonight. Hopefully we got some good racing here.
Yeah, D, at the beginning, too, with 15 people, those guys who didn't qualify very well, going into turn 1, they're going to have to back that corner up real deep. I know they call it go bowling here at the Glen in the Cup. Nobody wants to leave a 7-10 split or be part of that after turn 1. And it will be a deciding factor for those guys.
Yeah, I'm very skeptical about the first turn. I don't know how this is going to go on any restart, but they might
We're about to find out. About to find out tonight.
You did hear me. You can take your invite, right?
Yep. We're loading in right now. Blue screening.
Making sure.
I have the sudden urge to not purchase a Fanatec wheel.
I got breaking news out of the 704 camp today about broadcasters that actually DM'd them and they replied back. I was cordial. I wasn't.
Out here. Have a good day. Drive safe.
I said, any chance to get me back? They said they tried, but it's not going to happen.
That was one thing that I know I was looking forward to, especially being a broadcaster. You guys do broadcasting, makes life so much easier. But you know what? At least we got draft effect on, and Sal and that 4-car. Yeah, they all made it through. Sal's coming up through the S's. Some of these guys are, I told a lot of these guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. Slider 9, I call it a no nuts 9. Slider 9 in the truck here, and then you got to loosen it up even, but still 2 and 3 wide back there. One car got to get through that. Hold on to it back there. Stag made it through. Then we got Sludge back here. The one and only Dave Booty
in second.
Napa did not make it through there.
No, I seen one go around. I couldn't tell who it was at first.
Justin Shackett back there. Last time I talked to him, he said he needed to announce that he's still a free agent for next year. Heavy duty running that 21 car. It's kind of weird to see like a Wood Brothers type paint scheme on a Chevrolet. I kind of like that though.
That's my favorite short scheme right there.
But Rod Icy looked like he had some difficulties here at the beginning of the race. Again, that was one of the guys I was practicing with. I mean, he was getting a little frustrated, trying to help him a little bit. It's a long race. Get your adjustments in, find your brake points and everything. The Dirty Dog up here looking real good. Gets a big old shove from the 2-car, and the 8 goes around coming out. You've got to be careful about hitting those rumble strips there, Nanner, because and it's a great way to spin. 2 wide coming up through the S's.
I got the points filled up for these guys here. Mind you, this is the last week. 2 puncher tickets at Homestead next week, and second through 7th place in points for this series is literally 3 points apart. So we got those guys, including who's going to make or break their night or season, really. Napa fans, Justin Shackett, Stags, Icy, Heavy Duty, Sludge. It's really going to be come down to them guys.
Take 2 and 4.
How does D say it? Words are hard today.
Words are hard.
Yeah, they are.
Sal, I think, is the best position right now. You start to pull away a little bit from the pressure from behind. That means going into turn 1, let off the brake. Hit the brake, then downshift. Don't turn and hit the brakes. It will cause you to slide. Trying to help some people realize that earlier. You can't just downshift and then brake and lock them up. You slide. When you slide, you can't turn. When you can't turn, well, we all know what happens from there. 7 viewers out there already for the preset at the Glen. Stay tuned because the custom guys are coming up earlier. A lot of those guys tonight too. These guys are going to probably be the fast guys. I have to say, coming up later. Excuse me. Words are hard, like you said. But yeah, these guys should be in the presets running in the. I would have to assume the 10s, but definitely the 11s. I was clipping up high 10s on the preset 9. Definitely 8s and 9s. Well, definitely 9s for the custom guys, but again, 11 tracks, upshift, downshift, right here. This is one of the most difficult ones you can get tight on. You want to hit that white line, hit that your shift markers right there.
And going back to the points, Justin Shackett, who is sitting 3rd coming into tonight, running 5th right now. That's probably a good spot for him to be safe going into next week, but it's all going to depend on. The only one in the top 5 right now that isn't playoff eligible is Salter. He did get a win earlier in the season. Actually, I think 2 now, but both of them were after he had already missed too many races to get in, so he's just out here trying to play spoiler, which I'm perfectly okay with.
Team point, man.
I'm almost pretty sure with the early problem Napa has that he would be outside the top 4 right now. He's so close.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. He just really hates those courses. This is a tough track to do the last one before Homestead, especially in 23. You're definitely going to want to get every point you can.
No, for me as a benefactor though, road courses, I love road courses in the Xfinity Series. That's second and finishing in thirds definitely helped me keep up in the top more points next week. You know, for this week we're coming to Richmond, but last week had some unfortunate accidents that did cost me to pull back a little bit, tied in fourth, but because of its track I prefer, like I said, that helped me stay up in the top four. Like you just said, some people may not like road courses, and this is not a great chance for them to advance and get points. Anthony Carp out there says that either you're downshifting, all depends on if you're running manual or auto. No reason to be running an auto here. It slows you down on restart, slows you down coming off the corner, but I love banging through the gears though.
I don't know of anybody who doesn't love road courses.
Except for you.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Good, you could be my friend running third at the Daytona for 24-hour. Use your pedal and give your pedal give out stuff. Yeah, I would love to eventually jump over to iRacing, and even on Project Cars too. I know they had endurance racing, something I would love to get into. I'm a big fan of it in real life, but how awesome would that be to jump on iRacing and do the 24 hours and do your 2-3 hour stints, and then grab yourself a couple beers, a nice little nap, wake back up, and do it again with your team. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Top 4 breakaway slot. Salvano though definitely pulling away. Has a very good professional truck.
And yeah, speaking of which, how many laps we got left to go here, Tom?
3.
Alright, so 3 left to go here in the first stage.
They can't wait for that to happen in NRG so they can get their adjustments put in. Don't believe they're going to have to pit in first stage or second stage for facts unless there's a caution. Green flag pit stops will happen in that third stage too. When do you do it and how do you do it too? I think on the presets, definitely an accustomed to if you got it set up right. I think fuel only in the third stage, but that all depends on what happens there. Then Kate out there, what's up guys? Again, Mo Power Monday. And with a explanation point, ... and a pudding tonight. So thanks for having me up here, guys.
We appreciate the help as always, man. And top 4 hasn't changed since we got to turn 1 on the first lap. And I don't see anyone behind 4th. Last I looked, it was Shaq. I believe Shaq at least will. James behind him 6th. And behind him, I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm keeping up with the top 4 right here just to see if any of these guys make a mistake. The only thing that can cost them a stage, we only pay stage 3 up to stage 3 in points here. The only way that can cost them is if they make a mistake. But Stag back there in 4th, not in a bad position for a good restart, which we will see another one right there too. And if I was Sal on the restart, double Holmes devices and 3 helmets going into turn 1 when you got 14 trucks pushing you.
I'm sitting here. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, at the end of the stage, I'm going to try to do a little quick math and get the point.
I actually was just doing that, D. And
if it stays like this, how it is right now, Sludge will move up into a 3-way tie.
3-way tie, yep.
For 4th, 5th, and 6th. So.
And good battle back here for a second, though. Looks like the Sludge has caught up to the O2 truck. I believe that was Tenders, right? So, pressure on this station.
Are we clear on what the tiebreaker will be? Would it be whoever has the highest score?
Tad did tell me it'll be the highest finisher of this race if there is a tie.
Sludge makes pass into turn 1, sorry, NRG. Good battle right there.
That would put him solidly in 4th.
So we can cut the grass a little, Kate asks. No, not unless you got a lawnmower in front of it. Oh, they're going too wide through the S's. Sometimes this works out, sometimes it doesn't. And the one only, Bappy Racing out there. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in tonight.
This is the last lap of the stage.
Yeah, Sludge just made a good power move, too, to help get that extra point, too, that he might need. Keeping an eye on this. I love that paint scheme of that 23 truck too. Very cool.
If he stays in front on here, he would be tied for third with the 2 trucks with 56 points. After this stage, if he holds on to second.
And Stags and Icy would be the first two out with 55. And it looks like that's how we're going to go into stage 2. So
Well, that
Stags
stage,
sitting there running
way to
for
go,
it the whole
driver.
stage. He's going to need a little bit more. He's going to need Sludge to be behind him here on the second stage. It's going to be tight.
And I'm pretty sure it's now just glitched.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
he was
pretty
68. 420 says 55. Technically, he's one more point. But
Now, good chance for these guys. Good chance, guys, for these guys, like I said, to come in, make their adjustments. Anthony Carp said, many Carp out there says, come on, Salty, so Salty Tenders, no pressure. You got yourself a little girl out there who's pulling for you. And then Kate said, you can cut the grass a little bit. No, he said, they just did. Here's the thing, the bus stop is so tricky. We know that, at least I've always called it the T-Clay line, because he was the one that kind of like, when I first started racing with him out there, you cannot do the T-Clay line. If you clip the grass a little bit, that's one thing, but try to keep the left sides on the racetrack as much as possible. Again, it is difficult. D and Nanner, you do know that. 14 viewers now. Thank you for that. So, Woodruff Racing, another name we haven't got to hear for a while. They caught me on a Monday night helping you guys out. Again, I used to do it 7 nights a week. Now I'll do it a couple nights a week.
Head on straight. Drive smart.
But we're gonna rack them and stack them, boys. Why don't you call this one into turn 1, D?
Hit some brakes right here. See if I make it through.
All clear. No pressure from behind. All clear.
Oh, 3 and 4 wide. They all do a good job right there. How they make it fast.
He's gonna miss that wall right there. Talking him back here to do the real grass over there. I think it's 35 pretty quick.
Yeah, they went so. That was probably the smart thing to do back out of the situation. Some of these guys too, even though they not in a points championship, they still want that good finish. You know, Caution is out on the track for the first time tonight. But bragging rights are such a big deal in Giggity. I don't even have a win. You know, my best finish came here last week in the Xfinity car. Second, it was third before that. So some of these guys want to have that bragging rights of saying, "Hey, I finished top 5 at Giggity. Hey, I got a podium."
Yeah.
IT and Dirt Dog, I think, had a little trouble there, and Smith brought up the caution.
They both got a lot of damage, and Icy's not really one that needs to see that or have that going for him right now. Not off to a good start tonight for him. We know he gets mad at video games often. I'm pretty sure he's probably pretty mad right now. I would be pretty upset. Then again, it's just one of the things. This is a tough track.
Drive safe.
Going to Homestead.
Keep your head on straight. Pace cars off. Be ready.
The championship ticket. This is a tough track to get done.
Now on this restart, though, this restart, I think, didn't want. Oh, the 38 at Justin Shackett drives her in deep right there. They make a little contact, but yeah, one car spins around in the back. I think that might be Monster Pollock. Sal takes back the lead, but on that first restart on the stage, he was on the outside. I would prefer to be on that inside, so in case something happens if I'm on the outside, I don't get pushed up. These two up front reverse the roles, and Salzano took advantage of that. Brian Brown said, man, he can hear all the excitement in these boys, and the one and only Big Jim. Thanks for tuning in tonight, man. Big Jim's a great competitor. Got himself some elusive W's and Giggity real quick off the season. Got drafted just a little bit too late for the chance.
Now we have made it on with the full lap here finally, and the battle I'm going to be watching is second through third. The Sludge getting that stage point, 2 stage points. Last stage, that 4 truck really.
Oh, the 2 truck back here gets loose and he takes up the 99. I believe that was Dank. I'm sorry, guys. Big action. That was Kamikaze. Yeah, Kamikaze and the 99. Dank Booty Flake still having trouble to get off of that embankment right there.
And the
I think that will bring up the caution.
Now let me see.
Did that end the stage there, Elsa?
No, it did not.
16 viewers.
Damn it.
Salt Life said, oof. Oof. So did that complete that stage? Did that complete the stage?
No.
No.
Might restart with one together.
Yeah, I think we're going to be getting close to the end of this one, so I did put a message in the chat before the race that we need to be patient on these restarts. This is kind of stuff that
Coming to
is
the
going to
green,
happen
driver.
or not.
Go,
And
go,
that's
go.
the 23, the preferred behind the 1.
All right, let's go. White flag.
That's
Yeah, I'm
one
gonna
thing I
jump
don't
back
like
here.
about
White
that
flag.
I'm gonna jump back here on board with the 21 so we get a little bit of the action and everything.
Clear outside.
Oh, 3 cars right there. So we saw everybody go through turn 1 and get contact a little bit, bumping and shaving. They're trying to take a 3 wide right in front there. Not always a good idea, especially if you're on a controller. Somebody's got to give.
Oh, the Sal gets loose, going up to the essence. It hurt too bad. He did lose the lead.
Icy making some power moves like you said he needed to get back up there.
Out of nowhere, moving up to the
Yeah.
second.
They're almost 3 wide going to the bus stop.
Oh, yep, one truck, he does take that T-clay line, but he was forced down there because they just took the bus stop too wide there. Justin Shackett eats the wall. Huge contact with the 21. That's going to spin everybody. Oh, Shackett is upside down on my screen. That's going to involve Monster.
So,
What's up, WR Mike out there in YouTube land? So, yeah, that will ensue.
Sledge, who got second and third there? You got second and
Napa fan third.
Okay.
Again, thanks to our sponsor out there helping us out in Giggity Racing, JCR Boys, putting a little dinero up for these guys at their homestead.
They moved Sledge up to 59 points. He'll be second. Napa Fan will have 58 in third. And I think we got Justin Shackle will still be in fourth.
Yeah, what is this, 1991 or 1992 points championship? Alan Quigley, Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon's first start, Richard Petty's last start. You guys are counting points per lap. Everything matters for these guys.
I will tell you another thing. Last week at New Hampshire, Stags had
Have a good day. Stay
Stags
sharp.
and Stout were going to finish 1-2, which seems like the 5th time this season. And that might have just costed Stags his chances next week unless we see some crazy stuff happen here.
The 2 and the 0-2, they're going to bring them down into turn 1. That's Kamikaze and Salty. One truck goes outside. I do believe that my Sludge trying to hold on to it, trying to get up through the S's. Is the tricky part.
I do not know how Sledge gets between that 4 and that wall right there.
I don't know either. That was... Oh, a couple cars bouncing off the wall back there. One truck spins around again. 2 trucks spin around back there. Who is that involved? Oh, Monster Pollock and the 0-2 of Brian. That's the 20 of Brian SP. So,
all right. So maybe it was a good choice by Kamikaze and Salty to not hit there at the end of that stage. We might not even have to pit. We might not run any more green flag laps. It's like Martinsville and Dover all over again. Earlier in the season.
Oh, God.
And-
Flashbacks.
D, you said it too. 2 wide, maybe through the S's. 3 wide. I don't know. I mean, once in a million every now and then. Because some people are on the controller, some people on the wheel. Whatever you do, not a good idea for you to do that. For these guys trying to get back to the front who got stuck in the back, frustration levels have got to be rising for them.
I tell you, one person who was involved in not the last one, but the accident before, Justin Shackett, I guarantee you he's going to do whatever it takes to get back up there. Not get any stage points.
He is right there and right now.
Stags sit right there. Napa Fan drives it in deep to 23 and 0-2. Dirt Dog around. And again, very large improvement for old Dirt Dog this year, man. He puts a lot of time in and work and he put his practices. You see one person hitting that apron on board with Napa. He's got Stags right in front of him. That is the battle for 3rd and 4th.
And I think it's about for the 4th spot, too.
Yeah.
In the party.
One thing I noticed there on that restart, someone from the left line ducked it into the inside line, or the right line, whatever you want to call it here. And it bunched up everybody. They got through everything. That's what happens when Dirt Dog went around because don't be switching lines going into turn 1 on these restarts. It's not going to work. You're going to get rear-ended.
Yeah.
If you do it before the start finish line, you will get a penalty. That is accurate.
And on board with Sal back here, he's going to give Justin Shackett a big old bump coming out.
Kamikaze Never mind. Kamikaze and Dirt Dog are beating the crap out of each other right now.
Careful, still there.
Val gets around Shackett. terrible restart there, but
You got
a lot
Harvick
of people
calling
doing
out
it.
there. And yeah, patience is key. I'm bored with dirt dog and kamikaze right now. Going to try to get back up to the front, and it's so frustrating too, especially if you got damage. The only way to get back to the front with no more cautions is to strategize it. Nope, and a couple of these cars right there. Oh, dude, that's not good. Salty hard into the corner, coming out of the bus stop right before the chicane, waiting up there. He's staying up there to stay out of people's way, being respectful. He lost a lot of time, and that was a big kick to him.
So we did stay green, thankfully. Slugs with the lead, and Stag right behind him up to P2. I'm not really sure where that's going to put Stag. If they would have finished crossing the line right now, I'm not sure where that's exactly going to put him points.
How far back is Justin Sheffield right now?
I'm on board with him right now. He's just now crossing the start-finish line.
He's running, I believe.
Where's Justin Sheffield at right now? He would not make a championship.
I think he's sixth.
He's fifth or sixth.
He would be either 1 or 2 points off. That's just 1 point.
So, heavy duty up
honestly,
here with Napa fan having a battle. Go ahead, NRG, sorry.
Oh, you're all right. The 51 Stag, at this point, I think for him to get in, he's going to have to probably win this race, but to get that 5 point, or what, it's not 5 point, look, what's the, you get a couple extra points for it.
No, you don't.
I thought you did. I thought there was like a 2 point buffer.
It's 1 point per position, so NPS right now with Slug moving up to what Slug would be, I said he had 59 points at this point.
Yeah, he's in third now.
Stags will need to beat probably Justin Sheffield. 2 positions for sure.
Michael Morgan said this is some good racing. This is good point stuff too. I agree with that. Thank you guys for working real hard and keeping us up to date. And Mike Morgan out there, we know him as WR. Mike City has a question. Shoot, Homer, shoot.
No way, he's got a question.
Icy now behind Napa in that 24. Icy's got himself a piece. I didn't that qualifying in the back really hurt him though, but I think he's moving up to. I believe he's in that 1, 2, 3. You think is Icy up to third? Is he making a move on the inside of Napa to bus stop? No, because that's the 21 in front of him.
Okay, if that's the 21 up there, that means Stags is still in front of Heavy Duty, right?
Yeah, Stags is in second right now. He's right behind the Slug. He hasn't really lost any time on him yet.
Good battle with Icy and Napa. Icy has the preferred line going into turn 10, backs it up, hits that apex perfect, roll back onto the throttle. Right here, like I told him earlier, don't hit the brake if you need to, tap it, but roll in, find that brake point, back on the acceleration, and looks like he pulled one truck out, but Sal is not happy. He's trying to make a move on the inside of Napa right now, and that's going to give him the inside of line of Icy, so he's going to try to make a 2-for-1 pass for Sal back here going into turn 1. And it looks like he does have Icy cleared.
That was a good clean pass right there. Icy probably didn't want to give that up. And who's that he got right there in front of him?
The Napa fans around.
I see Tim out there on YouTube land. Is Tim, is that the one and only Noco? I know he's been going through a lot with some family and everything. Haven't heard much from him. Oh, Sal hits the wall on the inside of the chicane, or the carousel. That's going to make Icy avoid him and go up. That's something you don't want to do. That's going to cost him time, too.
That is going to cost Icy some time, but man, honestly, I think I'd rather avoid it rather than getting damaged and then the truck not turning any more than you think already running down.
Yeah, like I said, I did some practice with these guys, some of them earlier. I mean, on a 9, lower in the wedge, low in the tire pressure. I'm not a big fan of low in the wedge because that does affect the tire wear also.
Nobody else.
But Dallas can go on heavy duty for the first spot.
Back up there again. Big field tonight, so I apologize if I'm clicking through, and he does get around heavy duty again in turn 1. Nice and clean and green right there. He was on a mission to get back to the front.
He did qualify on the pole and did win the first stage, got second. Whoa, somebody's around right there in the S3 car. That's a lot.
Trying to get back there. Oh, was that Eternal?
That's Eternal.
I think I just saw the paint scheme of it. That's all.
Yeah, it was Eternal. And then
Gilbert brought up pit lanes.
Yeah, and so is Kamikaze also in pit road.
So his question is, so is if a driver has a 5-point gap over another driver and neither of them get stage points, will that driver still have a 5-point gap over the one he's ahead of? Well, it also depends on where they finish. If they, each point are different, so.
Yeah, the only points we're adding to the points are those races, like actual points that they earn. We're not counting, we're not taking in their final running, like their final finish yet. Like, just with the stage points added in. So, that's a really weird word expression.
Yeah, and as I'm sitting here watching it, Sludge is completely pulled away from everyone else since the last time I was watching.
Yeah, because I wonder if because they hadn't pit. Yeah, I'm not fun of that pit a little bit too, but yeah. I waited as late as possible. I was going to try to go around one more time to try to get the W over McLovin. I didn't force the issue. I pitted with the leader, so when he pitted, so I'm not one of some of these other guys trying to get their spots back on the track and make up some ground. I mean, when you're doing a minute 10 laps around here, if not higher, the chances of pitting way too early, you're not going to go a lap down, but the chances of catching them even when the leader pits, especially if he only takes fuel only, for example, that's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, I am absolutely impressed with Sludge's truck tonight, especially being basically tied for 6th going into the night. But like I said, between 2nd and 7th, it was divided by 3 points. So he's doing exactly what he had to do. Definitely did his homework going into this week. A really good performance by him.
And like you said too, 15 truck field tonight, especially at the late season. Some of these guys rolled out of the championship, but that doesn't matter. They wanted to show up. They wanted to race in Giggity. They wanted to represent themselves and represent their team. That's something that I can't promote enough. I've had it happen a couple times over there at KMS. They said, well, I'm out, I'm not racing. I said, but we're still in a championship battle for the owner's points, you know what I mean? And that really did help and hurt us. Plus, I just enjoy racing, especially with you guys. I enjoy Giggity. I love Giggity. Why wouldn't you want to race anyway? Just to drive the championship doesn't mean anything. And 99 gets contact with O2 as he's coming out of the bus stop, going into the carousel. And that's going to push the O2 way high right there.
I think there's probably some strategy going on throughout the field. He's already coming down pit road. I don't know. They absolutely had to put some damage. I'm guessing they probably put fuel. But the guys that probably trying to save a little bit, see they're going on pit road. My guess is they don't want to see it cross. Sludge, our leader, is coming up on lap 7 now. He's got Monster College right in front of him.
Yep, and he makes a good pass around it. Get pulled up out of the way.
This is going to be a tricky part of the track to pass. Sludge doesn't want to get any damage.
Oh, Monster does a good job of keeping it off of him there.
That was
good job right there.
Move. And Sludge did some risky. Go ahead, what?
Who all got stage points? Did Stags get any stage points before?
Stags has not gotten any stage points. I believe he finished 4th and 5th in both of the stages.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to get it typed out so I can add it to unofficially have the final 4.
Well, maybe this did work out a little bit well there, that I could do the broadcast so you could do the, mathematical aspect of it tonight. 24 racing contact. Numbers are hard, especially for me, especially at my old age. I'd rather just click buttons like this and talk.
It would definitely be nice to be able to, paint a picture as soon as you finish the race before you go off there. And we'll have a good idea. It'll be unofficial until the points actually do come out, because if there is clips at company, potentially, not saying there will be, but there's always that thing. I'm sure there will be probably some upset people, especially those who don't make it out tonight.
What do you do to get close to the stage?
Heavy duty did not.
Ken, thanks for having me up here on Mo Power Monday.
The Mo Power playoffs.
It's always an honor to be up here. Plus, I mean, just hanging out with you guys late at night, all the jokes we tell, you know, it's a good time hanging out with you guys. But this racing is looking real good. The points battle right now, up and down, back and forth. Fantastic. We got 17 viewers tonight for the preset truck race. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned because we got the custom guys coming up next too, and their battle of points is just as close.
How many laps we got left out?
5.
5 laps to go.
And who's the leader? Because I'm on board with Sal now.
It's still Sludge. Nobody else going to get around on the polish there.
Yeah, the Sludge, I'm on board with him right now. No pressure from behind whatsoever. The only thing he could do is make a mistake himself. So, again, something I did the other night, I saw I didn't have any pressure behind. I knew I was on older tires, too. I took fuel only. Without that pressure behind you, I backed my corners up. I didn't want to make a mistake myself. So right now, Sludge is his own worst enemy.
I've seen him a couple times. He's kind of hit the rumble strip there going into the carousel. That's pretty tough for him to do that. But I've seen Sludge do it a couple laps ago. That's one spot where if you hit it the wrong way, it will turn you straight around. So at this point, he just needs to be consistent, but also be cautious because he's got 2 more trucks here in front of him. I do not think we're going to see much lap traffic in this race.
Excellent lap. Good job.
But here we are.
Stag's back. Yeah, Stag's back here getting around, I think that's Gilbert and Nate. Still recognizing, trying to learn some of the paint schemes and names, you know, not always up here on a Mo Power Monday, because...
Alright, depending on where Napa is running, it's there's 2 spots in front of that I say that it's Napa just a second. Well, you just check it does in front of sides. And Napa is probably coming further back to the
Yeah, I agree. That's
so closest again would be in Napa. But Napa is more than 3 or 2 spots behind the broken team. Yeah.
Correct, yeah, so the only people who get stage points, Michael Morgan, is the top 3. Anybody behind that only gets position points. So yes, he just has to get that correct, yes. And Sludge looks like he's going to bring it down to that 40 mile an hour to get into the pits right there and practice with him, so 40 mile an hour. I'm going to keep an eye on him just real quick. Normally I don't like doing that for the pits, but I want to see what his strategy is. I want to see how long he's in. I think he got down without a penalty, but he should be able to go fuel only. I know the Xfinity cars were, but
Shackett is bringing it down right now. And so is Sludge and Shackett are both on pit road.
So yeah, I'm on board with Sludge right now. 1, 2.
So Sal's our new leader, and that would put Stag P2.
So an 8-second pit stop. I'm assuming that it was either right sides and half a can, because right behind him, Shackett came out real quick too. No, he's just now coming in for his pit stop. So that was the 8-second pit stop. So what is that? 2? Did he take 2 cans? Did he take right sides? I'd have to assume right sides.
This is going to be interesting. I think it's going to actually be really hard to dictate who's going to be in or not, because I think if there's a lot of people out there saving and Sludge and Shackett was just going balls to the wall the whole time, that could put both of them out if enough people save enough fuel and don't pit.
And I'm assuming that he would have taken right sides only because your left front is the one that gets chewed up the most here, so the right sides is pretty much irrelevant.
I still don't know why I don't know why you can't just take left sides if you want to, especially the road course. It don't make no sense. You got to take all 4 if you want the left sides.
Yeah, so he only had about an 8-second pit stop itself, plus the time getting on and off. But yeah, I remember in the old games too, long before the heat, you could just take left sides if you wanted.
I see on pit road. We got a 3-way battle here. There's a heavy duty
Got to go for gas.
and who is going through the middle of the bus stop right now? Goes right through the gas.
The 21.
That was Brian SP.
Brian SP at the 20 there too, like you said. Good battling all the way through there. Some people trying different strategies again.
I think Napa playing in save mode.
I think there's a lot of guys in save mode. Sal's got, did have Bank all over his back bumper. He's also got 3 trucks right from him. I think it's 3 of them. Yep, it is the 3 that I was just speaking of.
We've got to be
18 viewers now. Again, thanks for the presets, you guys. I know some of these probably are the custom people, but don't forget to stay tuned in. So presets, come back and watch them too. But yeah, 18 viewers.
I believe
here.
this is two. Is this last lap?
This is white flag, white flag.
This is the last lap. Last lap. And Sal. Stags is second.
All clear, no pressure from behind.
Sal just needs to kind of.
And he's got traffic in front of him too. He's gaining on these guys, so.
He's got a bottom loop for these guys here. Hopefully they recognize, hey, the leader's right here. Heavy duty.
We've got to be hurt
By
on fuel.
him. By
Bring down
him.
that
I don't think Sal's really worried about that.
Trying to get around the 20 right there. He gets through the bus stop pretty clean. Gives the, I think that's the 02 20. Gives him this 20 truck. I think that's probably this piece. Says, hey, I'm coming through the fuel cell. A little bit of nudge. I believe that's Kamikaze right on the paint scheme, isn't it? But yeah,
that is Kamikaze, and we're going to come through the last 2 corners here.
At turn of 10, he makes it through smooth. Can he get through turn 11 here real clean? I think he will. Has to check up because of the 2 truck a little bit.
Stags is in second, but he's going a little slow. He's definitely saving.
Oh, he gets into the back of the 2 truck, and that almost shoved him down pit lane right there. That could have been detrimental. But he does get it saved. Congratulations to Sal.
All right, you can unmute Sal. He's easy to find as always on Monday.
All right, Sal, who you got in? Is Sludge in third on this?
Yeah, right now. They haven't crossed the line yet.
What's the second, fourth right now?
Stags just crossed the line in second. 4th is Icy, 5th is Shacket. 3rd, 4th, 5th still haven't crossed the line.
Ooh,
3rd
Ice got it
Sludge
back up to
officially.
4th.
All right, math is about to be hard.
Oh, this might come down to power for Joe. All right, Icy was 4th. Who's 5th?
Icy's still racing in 4th. And now he just crossed the line. 5th is Shacket. He's still racing. Napa fan just passed Shacket at the line. Napa fan 5th. Shacket 6th.
Ooh, that might put Shacket out.
It was at the line that happened.
What about heavy duty? What is he?
Heavy duty's a lap down in 9th. His race is over. The only one left on the track is Kamikaze, it looks like.
All right, well, with that being said,
just an add real quick. Y'all handle these in the vicinity.
Yep. All right, man. That's another win to win column for you. Putting you do have in
Chris, correct.
All right. But yeah, awesome job. I know you were confident going into the night. When that last caution came out, were you even remotely kind of worried about? Were you worried at all?
I was a little worried because my plan was to make the whole 3rd stage on no stops. So I knew I could make it. I wasn't sure if that was going to make it so that everybody else was going to be able to make it on no stops. So that was why I pitted. I figured, well, if I pit now, I'll have to save a lot less. And if anybody else is going to save, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to be pitting too. So I just was waiting to see after the restart how many laps were to go and how much fuel was left. And it looked like I still had to save about 2 laps. So once the restart happened, I felt pretty good if there were going to be no more cautions because I knew I'd be able to make it and be able to save less than I was in practice.
Well, I was also that last restart, you got shuffled back to about 6th at one point, I believe, and you got your way through there and was still able to save. So I mean, that's impressive in itself. You definitely are the only one I know for sure that's locked in going into next week. Everyone else, we don't have a clue yet.
All right.
I actually think I was restarting back in like 9th or 11th or so on that last restart, and I just kind of had to tiptoe my way through. It actually worked out better for me than starting in the front because other than the first restart, I got hit in the rear at like every restart. So.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that going in turn 1. Not surprised to see that at Watkins Glen between that and the bus stop. I thought it was going to be a complete caution fest there for a minute, and it was for a second, but honestly, it turned out to be pretty decent race, and I tell you what, it's definitely going to be interesting to see who the other three are. Like we mentioned, it is unofficial, but
yeah, it's unofficial until it's official.
He might have what we got.
Unofficially, I got Sludge in second with 87. And third and fourth are both they're tied with 84. That's Napa and Staggs.
So Napa and Staggs are just Justin Shackett just said, "Please let me make it."
Unofficially is 3 points out.
Yeah, that was a lot of drivers. He was one of them. Napa was one of them that they just had a rough last stage there. But hey, that is unofficial, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, we got to give it 24 hours for clips or anything, just in case.
And also, we got to wait for Caddy to get me the unofficial points. And as soon as I do, you guys will be the first to know. But either way, with 1 week left, everyone that's out there watching, including the custom guys that we're about to see coming up here shortly, I just want to say it's been awesome up here all season. We've had our ups and downs throughout the truck series, but overall, you guys have made it interesting and fun to call. So good job to everyone. And also, props to everyone who was playoff ineligible and still shows up every week. I love seeing that. So big respect to everyone out there. With that being said, we're going to wrap this one up. Here in probably the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to get these custom guys going. And we got another little playoff situation over there going. So not as extreme, I don't think, but we'll see.
Anything can happen here at Watkins Glen.
It literally came down to every position there, man.
Yep, it sure did. And so, with that being said, Puddin', you can wrap this one up. Congrats again, Sal, on the win. Proud of you, as always.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations, Aldana, man. You're doing your team proud, and lock yourself in, and everybody else out there, please be patient again. It's only unofficial at this time. I am Puddin' Knievel, the one and only D. Smith, and NRG, we know him as Nanner Bread. Mo Power Monday. ... Puddin', yeah, the most professional guy in the broadcast booth, NRG. Thank you guys for having us. Stay tuned. We have the customs coming up right after that. I believe D might try to broadcast that one. I'll be up there in the booth to help out because I might have to duck out just a little bit early. But in the meantime, congratulations to everybody out there. Great racing, and we can't wait to come back to Watkins Glen here in about 10 minutes. You all be safe.